Have you ever stopped to ponder the true essence of vitality and happiness? Imagine an ancient secret, a lost key promising not just physical health, but also spiritual fulfillment. Yet this knowledge is fading in our modern society, bombarded with messages of indulgence and instant gratification. Today we delve into a profound topic challenging our conventional understanding of health and well-being. Get ready to uncover why semen retention might just be the answer many are desperately seeking. This is an invitation to grasp the true power behind who we are. Retention of semen is the key to a long and healthy life. It is the path to spiritual enlightenment and physical vitality. When we ejaculate, we lose a part of ourselves. We lose our life force, our energy, and our vitality. We become weak, sick, and we age. The decline of celibacy in our society is a cause for great concern. Our youth are led astray by the temptations of the flesh. They are taught that sex is everything, and that it is acceptable to indulge whenever they want. But this is a lie. Sex is not everything. It is not the key to happiness or fulfillment. In fact, it can be very destructive. The human body is a divine temple, and semen is the sacred nectar of life. It is the source of all our strength, vitality, and creativity. When we waste our semen on lascivious activities, we literally kill ourselves. We drain our life force and weaken our bodies, minds, and spirits. The more we indulge in sensuality, the more addicted we become to it. We become like animals, driven by our desires, losing control over our lives and our destiny. We become weak, sick, and unhappy. But if we can control our lascivious desires, we can achieve great things. We can become strong, healthy, and happy. We can achieve our goals and fulfill our dreams. We can lead a life of purpose and meaning. Semen is the nectar of life. It is the source of our strength, power, intelligence, and creativity. When we protect our semen, we protect our very being. A man who protects his semen is a strong, determined, and capable man. He is a man who is not afraid to take risks and pursue his dreams. He is a man full of life and vitality. A man who protects his semen is also a healthy man. He is less likely to fall ill and more likely to lead a long and healthy life. If you want to lead a long, healthy, and satisfying life, you must protect your semen. Semen is a precious gift. It is the key to our physical, spiritual, and mental well-being. When we protect our semen, we protect our future. So do not waste it. Do not spend your life force on meaningless ejaculations. Save it for something special. Save it for the woman you love. Save it for the creation of new life. Semen is the key to your happiness. It is the key to your success. It is the key to your fulfillment. So protect it, cherish it, and use it wisely. We are all born with a divine power within us. It is the power of kindness, prayer, peace, benevolence, devotion, love, courage, freedom, truth, and aversion to evil. These seeds are planted in our hearts, and it is up to us to water them or let them wither. If we choose to water the seed of divinity within us, we will blossom into wonderful beings. We will be kind and compassionate, peaceful and loving, courageous and free. We will be true to ourselves and our convictions, and we will seek to make the world a better place. But it is not easy to water the seeds of divinity. It requires effort, dedication, and discipline. We must be willing to set aside our ego, our attachments, and our fears. We must be willing to face our challenges and never give up on our dreams. But if we are willing to do the work, the rewards are immeasurable. We will find true happiness, fulfillment, and peace. We will make a difference in the world and leave a legacy that will inspire others to follow in our footsteps. So let us all decide to water the seeds of divinity within us. Let us choose to be kind, compassionate, peaceful, loving, and courageous. Let us make the world a better place, one person at a time. Retention of semen and celibacy are the greatest of all austerities. Sobriety meaning attitude or practice. It is the path to divinity. Those who practice celibacy are demigods, not mortals. Lord Shiva says that celibacy is the best austerity. There is no greater austerity in the three worlds. But today we forget the greatness of it. We become slaves to our desires and lose ourselves in the dust of vulgarity. Where are our virile and capable ancestors? Where are we, their children without courage, illiterate and weak? How did heaven fall on the earth? How did we fall terribly? There is no doubt that the main reason for our terrible fall is our abandonment of celibacy. When we give in to our lust, we lose our strength, vitality, and purpose. We become slaves to our desires and cease to be masters of our own destiny. Retention of semen and celibacy are the keys to our liberation. It is the path to divinity. If we want to rise from the dust of vulgarity, we must embrace celibacy. We must become demigods, not mortals. We must become masters of our own destiny. Semen is not just a bodily fluid. It is the source of our strength and vitality. Lord Shankar says that one who destroys semen cannot survive, and one who preserves it cannot starve. Retention of semen or celibacy is not just about abstaining from sexual activity. It is about conserving and preserving our life force. Without celibacy, we cannot be happy or make progress in any area of our lives. Celibacy is the key to achieving liberation and enlightenment. It is the root of all our spiritual aspirations. How can anyone even conceive of a celibate life when the temptation of the destructive monster of masturbation lurks around every corner, waiting to claw cruelly at unsuspecting young people? It is a disease that spreads like wildfire among the young generation and takes innocent lives on a large scale. This disease is more deadly than plague or flu, and it breaks the heart to see even well-educated people falling into its destructive ways. It is a disease that robs a person of dignity and self-respect, a disease that extends its tentacles into every aspect of a person's life, leaving them empty and impoverished. It is like a termite infestation in a wooden trunk that devours the core until nothing is left. What is even more devastating is that people have invented countless methods of semen destruction, and they all find their way into the vicious cycle of masturbation. It is a sinful act that leads a person to condemnation, a lost devotion that brings nothing but misery and despair. If only people could see the devastation caused by this destructive dog, they would understand the seriousness of the situation. It is a disease that has ruined countless lives, a monster that traps the human spirit with great cruelty. It is a disease that must be eradicated from society before it takes more innocent lives. Masturbation, on the other hand, is like a poison and a destroyer that slowly kills us from within. Every time we ejaculate, it puts a massive shock on our muscles and mind, causing paralysis, rheumatism, arthritis, epilepsy, and insanity. It is a condemnable act that we must not give in to. Adultery may be immoral, but masturbation is even worse. It leads to terrible diseases that can take our lives at any time and place. The liver, lungs, and heart suffer from the removal of semen caused by masturbation. This leads to tuberculosis, cough, respiratory problems, and the infamous heart disease that can take our lives in an instant. We never know when our time will come, and masturbation increases the risk of dying from these diseases. It is a hunger that kills us from within. Masturbation also affects our brain like an electric shock. It leaves our head light and empty, destroying our memory, intelligence, and talent. We become lost men, wandering like madmen, unable to focus on anything in life. It is a tragic fate that we must avoid at all costs. The statistics do not lie. 65 out of every 100 people in psychiatric asylums are there because of adultery and masturbation. It is a terrible fate that we must avoid. Sexual relations with our wives are acceptable, but even that can lead to destruction if not done correctly. We must embrace celibacy and semen retention as a way of life, and avoid the pitfalls of lust that can destroy us in a second. The very thought of celibacy, being abandoned by the fleeting pleasure of the flesh, fills my heart with sadness and disgust. How can these men wash their hands of their repugnant actions when the essence of their being is corrupted? Their insatiable thirst for carnal pleasure has led them to a useless existence, an empty shell of their true selves. They indulge in the desires of the flesh, leading to serious diseases like diabetes, cancer, anemia, impotence, kidney and venereal infections, and the cruel decay of their strength. Their minds, bodies, and souls suffer the consequences of their actions. These people live in a state of degradation, aimless and blind to the true joy of life. Their bodies become weak and fragile, and their minds become hostages to carnal desires. They are mere shadows of what they could have been. If they knew the truth, they would abandon their destructive ways and embrace celibacy as a way of life. This sacred practice is the key to a healthy and happy existence. Celibacy is a virtue that brings purity to the body, mind, and soul. It is a gift from God that we must cherish and protect.